nested for loop and for each loop, and we have watched some of the examples. And today we'll talk about what is the final variable, and as well as about math class and its methods. So let me share the screen. Okay. So final variable is any variable which is final in nature and which has final keyword in it is known as a final variable, and its value doesn't change. So once we initialize any final variable and declare final keyword in it, we cannot change the value. And both local and global variables can be final. And in case of local variable is final, then its value cannot be changed throughout the method. If the global variable is final, so its value cannot be changed throughout the class. So let me show one example on final variable. First, the final local variable. First, int a equal to 12, then a equal to 13. There it is giving the updated value of a. So now if I give final over here, see it is giving here the error, which means this is a final local variable because this int a is inside this main method. The scope of the int a is from the beginning of this main method to the end, not outside it. So it's a local variable. So after giving final keyword in front of integer, it is a final local variable. And in line number 7, we are getting the compile time error. So once we declare any variable as final, so it won't change. Its value won't change. It will remain 12 throughout. So we can get the value as 12. If we try to change the value like a equal to 13, then it will show error like this compile time error. So this is final variable in case of local. This is the use of the final variable in case of the local variable. Now we'll talk about the final global variable.
So Ishan, can we initialize the a is equal to 13? Means like integer a is equal to 13, and then what will be the output?
Integer a equal to 13. It will be like a different, means another integer but same variable.
Yeah, okay. Got it. And Ishan, where are you putting this recorded like videos?
He- as of now, this recording videos is for official use only. So
Okay.
so so now the recording videos is not provided for revision session. You can watch the original session classes.
Okay.
I'll be sharing the program codes in the group.
Sure.
As you can see, this is the global variable. This is the final global variable where I've declared the global variable as where I've declared the final variable globally. And if I try to change the value of this final global variable, it is showing here error. So final variable, once we declare any variable as final, its value won't change. So this is the use of the final keyword in case of variable. It is mostly used for determining any universal truth. Like say, let's suppose in case of suppose finding the area of circle, we use the pi value. So pi value is always universal. It won't change. So that case we use it, that final keyword as variable. So final double pi equal to 3.14.
Here, Ishan, if you don't make it static, we have to create object, right? In main method.
Yes, yes. So this is the syntax. Void add this is the method name, and inside it final int a equal to 100, a equal to 200, and this thing is not allowed in case of final variable.
Ishan, final variable can be written anywhere, like globally, locally.
Yes, we can do it globally and locally. So facts about final keyword. Final keyword can be used as a variable. Its value cannot be changed. Any class which is final in nature cannot be inherited. Any method which is final in nature cannot be overridden. So these two topics I will talk about once I discuss about inheritance. So as of now, I will just give a brief overview on this. This is a simple inheritance where I'm inheriting this class. This is a child class, which whenever we create any class, that will by default remain child class, and this extends this parent books class. So this is the method over here. This add method is called directly because it is static, and yes, inheritance is here. So now suppose if I mention final, it is giving your exception. Whenever after mentioning the final keyword in front of this books class and trying to extend this books class, it is showing the error. which shows that any class which is final in nature, it cannot be inherited. So that's why it is showing this particular error as books. So if it is asking to remove final modifier of books, means it is asking to remove this final keyword, then only that error goes away. See, the error went away after removing final. So any class which is final in nature cannot be inherited. So third point is any method which is final in nature cannot be overridden. So this is a method overriding. Just briefly, I'm saying, we'll repeat again. Developing a method in the parent class with same name and signature as in child class, but its implementation will be different. So this is method overriding. So here both parent class and child class has same method and same access specifier, but its implementation is different in both. Here it is hello world, here it is this different implementation. So if I put here final, it is showing here error. Remove, it is asking to remove final modifier. So any method, so this final means we can put here final in case of the parent, then it will give, it cannot be overridden. Remove final modifier of book dot add. Means in the parent class, if we put final, it is giving the error. So any method which is final in nature cannot be overridden. Means the method, this for method overriding, this parent class methods gets overridden. So if we put final keyword in case of the parent class method, so that parent class method cannot be overridden. So this is the use of final keyword as a method. So are there any questions regarding final variable and its uses?
No, Ishan.
Okay. Okay, now we'll talk about the math class.
Ishan, can you show the program?
Okay, this is the program.
Okay, Ishan, thanks.
Okay, math class is a predefined class available in Java, which comes from math.language package one, and that version, it was introduced in Java version 1.0, and it is mostly used for performing any arithmetic problems as well as for taking screenshot in Selenium. And here all the methods of the math class are static in nature because we need not create object to call the math class method. That is only simply class name dot method name. Syntax is simply class name dot method name, where this class name dot method name is another normalized, another syntax of calling the static methods in case of multiple classes. So let's see the methods of the math class. Math.addExec, it means to add two values. 34 and this is 16. We'll add two values. Let me write over here. Math class methods. Math.add exact int x comma int y. So this method is used to add two integers. Add two numbers belonging to integer data type. Will throw exception when the result of the two numbers go beyond the range of integer data type. So in the range of integer data type, as I said yesterday, integer data type has a particular range in it, very high range. So if the resultant of two numbers go beyond that range, then it will throw an exception. So its syntax will be int sum equal to math dot add exact 10 comma 20. This is one method of add exact. There is another add exact method in case it is of long data type. This is the syntax math.add exact, this long value. So let me show it here. This is the result for using add exact for integer and add exact for long data types. Now it will be the third method is subtract exact. It is used to subtract two numbers of integer data type. Will throw an exception when the result of two numbers beyond the range of integer data type. Here I am showing system mat.subtract exact 50 30. Is giving the subtracted value as 20.
Ishan, when we are using this one in real time, and how can ask math class about methods?
Math class, so they can ask about what are the definition of the methods, and we mostly use mat.py. There is the pi value for determining the area per circle, and for random value to take the unique name of screenshots.
Okay.